Hello friends, here comes my next video, and I have made this video for my students who are appearing for interview for their final selection process in any of the organization that they are looking towards. Now, the purpose of making this video is to make my student aware about the interview evaluation criteria, which is very important for them to understand so that they can score on all the points. And if they score good, they'll definitely get shortlisted in the selection process, and maybe they'll get the job based upon the performance that they produce. So now moving further, what is this interview evaluation criteria that is usually adopted by the entrepreneurs or the interviewer of the organization? Very, very important to understand. So in total, if you see, there are somewhere around 8 components wherein an interviewer is trying to evaluate you. So maybe if we give 10 marks to each of the component, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, so in total we get a score of 80 marks. So based upon your evaluation in each of the component, for example, you are wearing a very good attire. I mean, western formal along with tie and everything is, appearance is very great, very good. So you may score 9 out of 10 here, or maybe 10 on 10 here. And then the interviewer will try to judge you on your verbal communication skills, your tone, your intonation, your energy, your voice modulation. The kind of data that you produce in front of the interviewer is very, very important. And here one thing is very important, that the kind of tone or the kind of energy that you produce should be extempore based, and you should not produce the content that you've mugged up. And it should not be a reading tone, it should be an extempore tone. I mean, which is usually visible to the interviewer, the way you speak up with them. Then comes your non-verbal behavior or the kind of body language, the gestures, the confidence that you extend during the interview. It is easily visible whether you're nervous or not. So, you need to take care of these points. And then comes the kind of content that you're going to produce based upon the queries raised by the interviewer. So the 50% of the part is over here. So out of 40, you need to score, maybe more than 35 points here. And then comes the application of domain knowledge. Usually when you sit for an interview, you'll find a panel sitting over there. So one person could be from HR, one person could be from the domain, maybe marketing, HR, finance, IT, production, etc. And there could be another person who probably would be gauging you on your general aspects. So if you clear the domain knowledge component, whether it is from marketing, finance, HR, IT, then comes your current affairs section. In this section, the interviewer is trying to understand the names of CEOs or the recent news, or maybe the recent acquisitions or mergers or strategies or expansion strategies adopted by the business players available in the recent scenario. So very, very important that you read that particular week news from the Economic Times newspaper or the applications available in your mobile phone, and then you present that particular news while connecting the domain. For example, if you are trying to connect it with the marketing domain, then the terminology that you are using should be more or less oriented with respect to the customer satisfaction, customer value, customer relationship management. If it is finance, if it is IT, so based upon that, or if it is analytics, so based upon that, you need to make connections of the current affairs. And then they'll judge you on your overall employability skills, your attitude, your knowledge, your skill sets, what else you can do for the organization, what kind of contribution or value addition you can give to the company, and the overall resume quality, the kind of format you utilize, whether it is justified or not, or it is in alignment with the company's vision, mission, goals of the organization. So in a nutshell, you need to cover or try to score on all the points if you really would like to get shortlisted. If you lose on any of the points, if you're non-serious for any of the point, maybe you probably would not get shortlisted. So, you know, I have observed there are a lot of students who keep coming to me and asking me that, sir, what kind of questions the interviewer is going to ask. Believe me, guys, the interviewer is going to scroll through with your resume first of all, and may ask you the questions, you know, somewhere that you've not mentioned in your resume, and the data that you've mentioned in your resume. So most of the questions would come from your resume only, maybe the kind of the project that you have undergone, maybe the kind of the training, the kind of experience you have. So 70% questions would come from your resume. Now, you'll be talking to the interviewer, and based upon what you speak, the interviewer is going to fetch in more queries for you guys. So, what you speak will definitely help the entrepreneur of the organization to produce more number of queries. And then there may be general queries, maybe what kind of industry you've chosen for yourself, what is your aim of life, where do you see 5 years down the line, your strengths, weakness, or probably any kind of scenario may be given to you, and then the an entrepreneur may try to check on your communication skills and analytical skills. And at last, they will definitely judge you on the domain for which you are trying to appear for, be it marketing, finance, HR, IT, production. So based upon your domain, there may be several queries, and in the end, they'll give you a feedback. So if your score is, you know, not great, they may give you a poor performer. If it is average, if you really score well, they may give you an excellent performance. They may give you a remark saying that you need to improve, or they may give you a remark saying that you are ready for placement. And based upon your score, you may appear for the final round of selection, and if you're good enough, you will definitely get the job. So I hope with the help of this video, you probably work on all these points that I've mentioned here, and my good wishes are with you so that you score well in order to get selected for the company that you have chosen for yourself. So with this, I wish you good luck, and I hope you'll get selected in the industry and company of your choice. Thank you very, very much, and have a nice